cigarette laying next to a woman with a credit card and a white powdery substance. The Giants and the NFL said they are aware of the video. The woman with Odell is a French Instagram model who told the New York Daily News that the video was recorded early Thursday morning, and she has been in contact with the Giants. Shannon, how will the Giants react to this?
This is bad. This is bad for Odell. This is bad for his family. This is bad for the Giants. And Skip, whatever deal they had on the table, it's off the table right now.
You would think so.
Because they're going to have to do some homework. Now, Odell told us he was ready to mature. And now, old Odell, it's time for him to be a leader. Skip, I really tried over my last 3 to 4 years to try not to be so judgmental. Because there might be some things that I do in private that might be worse than some of the things that they've done caught on tape. So I don't want to be hypocritical. I feel very comfortable in saying I've never done anything like this. As an athlete, the one thing that you know is that you have to be very, very mindful of who you trust. Now, I don't care if Odell Beckham has known this woman a year. To do so, to put that kind of trust, that kind of faith in someone. Now, allegedly, supposedly, he just met her in a nightclub that night or the night before.
Yep. And
you're comfortable enough to let your hair down and do something like this? Really, Odell? She wants to be an she wants to be a model. Well, if you don't have a discernible talent, you can't sing, you can't dance, or you're not drop dead gorgeous, what's the quickest way to get notoriety, I guess?
Instagram model.
Well, if you get your hands on a picture or you can get some footage of someone that is famous doing something that they shouldn't be doing, now all of a sudden, do you actually think the Giants know who this woman is? Would the Giants have ever reached out to her had she not been involved in this? Would the NFL ever have reached out to her had she not Odell Beckham? Of course not, Skip. For Odell to put himself in harm's way, that's what I don't get. Skip, look, forget what he's doing. But the fact that you feel comfortable enough that you would do this in someone that you just met the night before, and how you not know that she's recording this? Are you that out of it?
How do you know that? That's a great question. How would you know? How would you not know that somebody else was holding up the camera, right?
You tell me the person, and I want to know the people that's listening, after one day, after one night, that you're willing to trust someone with some of your most intimate details or secrets or some of the things that you do.
And
name the person.
You're completely out of it.
Exactly.
Yep.
So this is what I don't get. Odell, you just made yourself look terrible. You made your family look bad. The Giants. And how you going to go to them and say, Giants, I need $100 million? Because he just saw what Mike Evans got. He saw what Mike Evans got. He says, I'm way better than Mike Evans.
Yep.
They said, yeah. And the Giants said, you probably are, Odell. He ain't got this footage out there. Boy, this is bad. When I say this is bad, now the Giants have some knowledge with dealing with stuff like this. Because the greatest player in Giants history had a lot of this issue. But there was no cameras. He happened to get, test positive. But can you imagine had they had social media back there, what would have been on that tape? But Skip, I can't believe Odell would do this. I cannot believe Odell would put himself in harm's way like this. In a contract year, Skip, and think about it. We think a lot of what happened last year had to do because the Giants didn't extend him then. And he moped and piled and wouldn't show up and wouldn't do. Only thing he showed up for was the mandatory stuff. And I get he got no problem with that. But a lot of his behavior was associated with not getting the contract. Now, the Giants probably want to sit back and say, okay, yeah, Odell, we ready to do this thing because we want you long-term through 25. That's talent. Oh, Odell, we ready to do this. And as soon as they draw up the contract, they get a knock on the door. You need to take a look at this, John Maher. Steve Tish, you need to take a look at this. Tell me what you think about this. And it's Odell in bed with pizza. And the woods look like one of the woods. And probably have vanilla flavor, too.
Look like it.
I ain't saying nothing, but I ain't even want to talk about that other stuff that look. All right.
That white powder.
Hey, don't believe everything you see, Joy, because sometimes salt like sugar.
You don't know.
That might have been salt, sweet, salty. I don't know. But I'm just saying, here's a bad look on his part.
Bad look. So, Pat Leonard, who covers the Giants for the New York Daily News, is now predicting that the Giants will part ways with Odell by trading him. I would be surprised by that, but now I wouldn't be shocked by that.
Okay.
This is obviously an extremely gifted young man who clearly still does not get it. And I'm not sure he ever will. And now it's up to the Maras and the Tisches to decide, is he more trouble than he's worth? Because so far he's been there 4 years and they made the playoffs once in 4 years. And before said playoff game, Odell led a trip to South Beach to hang out on a boat to get ready for a cold weather game up at Lambeau against the Packers. That doesn't make a lot of sense. And then on third down in the opening drive, a key third down play, Odell dropped a pass right in his hands from Eli Manning, and the rest is Odell's playoff history of 0-1.
Yes.
That's it.
Yep.
So, we know that Odell went completely over the edge one Sunday afternoon against Josh Norman. And we know that he threw a huge tantrum on the sidelines and kicked the kicking net against the Redskins. And we know he's been fined 9 times for on-field misbehavior. 9 times, that's a lot.
Yes.
And we know he skipped Eli's passing camp, not mandatory, but to tour Europe with Drake. That's a lot of stuff. It's it's starting to add up to where, yeah, it's an accumulation where I'd be surprised, but I wouldn't be shocked if they just said, you know what? And again, what would he bring in trade? Because you're going to have to trade for the Odell package of what he's going to bring to your team. And you're going to have to trade for, you got to make him happy.
Right.
You got to give him Mike Evans kind of money, right?
Production and tolerance, Skip.
Well, that's what
because his production is so great, your tolerance level of him will be so great. But there will come a time. And the question that I don't, Skip, we've never seen anything like this before. Now the dude travels like he's a rock star. He's on tour with Drake, so we've never seen a receiver like this. Have there been more talented receivers? Yes, I believe there have been more talented receivers than Odell Beckham.
Yeah.
But he came along at the perfect time. He's immensely talented, and he's in a social media age where it can make you bigger than what you actually are on the field.
Yeah.
So he's in Paris, or he's in Madrid, or he's going all over the place. We've never seen anybody travel like this. And because he can document it, Maybe some of the quarterbacks traveled. They went to their family, they went to Bora Bora, the Maldives, or whatever. But it wasn't able to be documented and put up on social media. We know that he's traveled sometime and he's on tour with Drake. We know he's going to these soccer events because we see him posting photos. So we've never seen anything like this, Skip. But for me, what I can't wrap my mind around is that Odell Beckham met someone in a short amount of time, and he felt so comfortable, or he was so out of it, that he would put himself in harm's way, knowing. Because, Skip, here's the thing. No matter what you do, let's just say for the sake of argument, you're not out of it at the time. Like, what happens if somebody takes me or films this or get me on audio doing this? How would this be perceived? Odell met someone in a bar, and he felt so comfortable that he would do this. Man, I hope I'm wrong, Skip, and I hope it's not what it appears to be. But everybody's seen the video by now, and it's a bad. Yeah, it's bad on his family. Yeah, the Giants like, oh my God. But it's worse for Odell, because Odell has been telling us that he's mature. It's time for him to be a leader. That guy that lashes out, and he's still gonna bring that passion.
Yep.
But it's time for me to grow up. That's growing up. That's what I don't really know what all I know is the Giants don't knock on my door. His agent called me. I'm hanging up. What we talking about? He gonna play on that 5th-year option, and like you said, the writer said that there's a possibility that they might trade him. Well, if I can get some good value, Skip, look, I know I hate to part ways with somebody so talented. But at what point in time do I let him hit rock bottom?
Sometimes I think he's more talented in the pregame show he puts on than in the real game show he puts on, right?
Yes.
Because I've never seen better hand talent,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Just circus catching talent.
But Skip, you have to understand, he came to our attention with a catch in a game in which they lost.
They lost to my Dallas Cowboys.
People don't look. All they talk about is the catch, but they don't realize the Cowboys beat the brakes off them.
Mm-hmm.
But that was it. So Odell found out early on, I really don't need success to be successful.
By the way, that was against Brandon Used Car.
Yeah.
As you call him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. So he realizes, Skip, that I can be a success and successful without winning, because normally we equate winning to being successful. Well, when you start winning and then you're going to get these endorsements. Well, he's winning one playoff game, and he's got mega endorsement. He's every sporting event, Skip, from the NCAAs to the NBA finals, he's there. Soccer events, he's there.
Yep.
On tour with the biggest name rappers, he's there. So for him, Skip, what's the downside of what he's doing? Has the biggest shoe contract in Nike ever given to a football player.
So the Giants did cut one of his close friends who played with him at LSU, Brad Wing, the punter, who had a terrible year last year. So maybe you can't connect the dots on this. Or did they sort of grease the skids to trade Odell? Maybe.
You're probably not going to get the value. Normally when you trade a player of this caliber talent, Skip, you never get value back in return.
Look, this is a cornerstone franchise of the NFL. This franchise has had its off-field missteps. See Josh Brown.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
See the statement made about Colin Kaepernick. Remember that one last year? So they've had their off-field missteps too. But this is an embarrassment to the cornerstone franchise. And I just don't know if they're going to sit still and look the other way for this one.
And dude, you want money. And this is what you put on display 2 days, 3 days before free agency hit.
Yep. And you have a new GM and a new coach who are old school, highly conservative, conventional, both of them.
Yeah.
But if you look at what's around Odell thinks he's a rock star.
Yes.
But he's not a rock star. Rock stars can get away with this. Rock stars can post this every single day.
Yeah.
This helps. This fuels their image.
Right.
The rock star.
Yes. Yes.
It's hard to be a superstar. It's even harder to be a superstar in today's social media age. It's impossible to be a superstar of that nature when you're playing for a corporate entity like the NFL.
And
rock stars don't have contracts to worry about. Rock stars don't have jobs to worry about.
They don't represent.
They're their own
rock stars don't represent the Shield.
Nope, they don't.
And he's 25 years old. He's not 21, a rookie in the NFL.
What has concerned me the most over the last 2 years is that Odell has spent a good part of his offseason hanging out with Johnny Manziel. That's some serious partying going on right there.
It's just hard for me to imagine that I can meet someone one night and go home and share or my most intimate. I don't know.